welcome to Tearing Up the Music Scene. I'm here with this fantastic band, Better Things. How are you guys doing tonight?
Pretty good.
Very good.
I have each of you introduce yourselves, what you play in the band, and say your favorite Pokemon.
Ha
I'll go first because I think he needs a moment. Okay, so I'm Brian. I play guitar and I sing. And I think that my favorite Pokemon right now, because it changes pretty frequently, is Squirtle, because he's pretty underrated, and I think he deserves some love.
Squirtle's alright.
I'm Mark, I play drums, and you know what? You stole my guy. Squirtle's always been my go-to.
Well, I'm Nick. I'm a temporary bass player. Charizard?
That's cute.
That's a Pokemon. I'll admit, I've never played, so
Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah, we were just having... Okay.
that's why I'm only temporary.
I'm Brad. I play guitar, I sing. My favorite Pokemon is, it's maybe, wait, what's his name? The little fire dude, the little like armadillo with the fire coming out of his back. He was adorable.
Is it Charmander?
No, he was in Pokemon Gold and Silver.
Dude, you're on your own here.
This is beyond.
It's Chars. No, it's not. No.
Mine's
Yeah.
Gengar, the purple one. It
Gengar.
can like confuse you and put you to sleep.
That's a good one. I like Gengar. Okay. But just the little armadillo dude with the fire shooting out of his back. I don't remember. I'm sorry.
Somebody's gonna get real pissed at you.
Somebody's.
What would you guys describe your musical style as?
Not pop punk.
Not pop
Not
punk.
pop punk.
I said
You
no.
can call us that if you want.
Yeah, you can call us whatever you want. Like, we have a huge influence from each member, and it varies over time, and I think that, I'm the person that sends out all the booking emails, and I always just call it alternative punk / emo, which is like combining possibly anything that somebody could pick out of it into the easiest thing to say. So just whatever you feel like it fits into the best is what.
Do you guys have any other bands that kind of influenced you into your writing style and the way you sound?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
A lot of them. It's kind of stupid once we start listing them off, but it's kind of funny too, because once you start listing them off and you recognize all the bands, you're like, oh yeah, I hear that there, I hear that there. Like, I love stuff, like originally it was things like early pop punk, Green Day, Blink-182, like little things like that, but then it grew into more things. Like I started getting into a little bit of shoegaze, a little bit of noise rock. I discovered Sonic Youth, everything changed. Schoolyard Heroes, Moth, Pretty Girls Make Graves,
Billy Talent.
Billy Talent's a big one.
I like.
Billy Talent's awesome.
Now, is there any other outside influences, like not bands, that like anything in particular that sparks your interest to write music? Like where you get like your inspiration
Just
from?
like personal.
Girls.
Well, we don't really write songs about girls though. A lot of it's more introspective. So, how we feel about ourselves and how we deal with certain situations.
If there's something that we've like overcome, or if we're working to overcome with our personal selves, then we end up writing songs about it, because if we're feeling that way, we're at maybe at our lowest point, and we're like, well, like let's try to figure this out, and like maybe I figured this out and I have a good story to tell that I really just want to get out there and in the future look back on and realize that I did something better than it.
Yeah.
How do you guys go about writing a song? Like, what's your process?
Usually what happens is one person will write the bass structure of a song. We'll have a song essentially. They'll write a song, acoustic guitar, whatever, and it could be basically one of the three of us. I think on the new album that's coming out in a couple of months, the song count is 5 for Mark, 4 for me, 2 for Brian.
Yeah, I got the lowest count.
But that's okay.
But we all contribute to each song in our own way. Sometimes it's a lot. Like sometimes somebody will come with no lyrics. Sometimes somebody will come with all lyrics, and we'll be like, oh, I kind of want to change this a little bit, and like find what fits the best. And then we come to like a group consensus over time. And especially when we go into the studio, we kind of finalize it and put it in.
That's when everything just melts down, and then we have to build it back up again together.
Mm-hmm.
Teamwork's always important. Now, you guys just played a few shows across New England. How did that go for you, the past few shows you played?
Pretty good. They're kind of viewed right now as a bit of a warm-up for the March tour, I think.
Yeah, which
For
has
this guy over here, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah,
Test
Nick's been helping us out on bass. Our bassist Quentin, who, if you're watching this eventually, we
Hi.
love you and
Hi,
you're wonderful. We wish you were here.
We miss you.
He's with the he joined the National Guard and he's finishing up his training until June. So we're touring a lot this year and he has to miss the first part of that. But we have a March tour that we haven't announced yet. We're really excited too. So hopefully we'll
New
see.
information.
Hopefully we'll see him on that tour, but we'll see.
But in answer to the actual question, they went well. It was good. It was
Yeah.
great. It was fun.
Now, speaking of tour, when you're on tour, do you guys have like each a favorite place to stop at, like a restaurant or like a landmark?
You like Moe's.
Was it Jumbo?
We wanted to stop at this place today in Massachusetts called Eat at Jumbo's. I think it's in Somerville.
There's elephants everywhere.
Yeah, there's elephants everywhere, and the guy who owns it is absolutely awesome. And the three of us are vegan, and Nick is not. And so Jumbo's is great because it has like something
It's a
for
split
everyone.
menu, so this guy can be included.
Yes.
That's good. Now, out of all the places you have toured, which like venue or state sticks out to you more than the rest? Like maybe it's your favorite venue, or like the one where the crowd has the most energy.
I think we should go around for this one.
That's kind of a tough decision. Like, because it depends on the place.
Which one's your favorite for you?
Go ahead.
I think, well, if it has to be for local bands, I'd say I'm split between like Buffalo, New York and Connecticut. And kind of, I just really like the local scenes there and like how there are always constantly new bands being worked on, and generally we'll know somebody who was in a band that we had played with before who has now started, you know, a few new projects and is doing something really cool with one of them. But I'm not sure about a favorite venue. Like that pretty constantly changes, and we're always trying to play new places and see what works best.
Yeah, for me it's, Connecticut's always a great place to play.
Especially like Hartford.
Yeah.
Area.
Yeah.
Or the space in Hamden.
Hamden's a good.
I've personally never been there. I usually go to Hartford because it's way closer to
And then Northern Mass, we seem to have a lot of friends up there that will go out and make our shows
Really
something
awesome.
special. Yeah. So
Those aren't usually in a specific venue, though. We go all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like American Legions and like
Mm.
backyards
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah. What's it like traveling in the snow?
Terrifying.
yeah, it's bad.
This, I mean,
This was fine.
like luckily we got really lucky today that or the last few days that nothing has gone wrong with our van. Mark and I spent about 15 minutes trying to get the van out of a frozen parking lot the other day because it just wouldn't get any traction, and we were freaking out the whole time, but we got it out. Yeah, I can't say we've had any really terrifying incidents, but like there's always that thought in the back of your mind while you're driving, like, what if there's ice right there and we were gonna like go, tumbling around the corner and not make it. But
When we were coming here, actually, we stopped at a mall and we were about to head over here. The van just wouldn't start. It's like one of the rings on the battery just like popped off. So we just put it back on and it works fine.
What was
yeah.
So you guys don't have like any horror stories about traveling?
Well,
Question.
Horror stories.
So there was this time, the first time we went to Buffalo, New York. I think the only time we've played there with the band, but the first time I ever went, we stayed at a friend's house.
the flower house.
Yeah, it's called the Flower House. Now it's actually called the Tree House. So if anyone is watching this video and wants to play a show in Buffalo, hit up the Tree House because they're awesome. We stayed at their house, and we were supposed to get up the next morning at 6 a.m. and be out of the door by 6:30. So
We didn't go to bed until 4.
no, we didn't go to bed until 4. Mark set his alarm. Mark always wakes up on time. I never wake up on time, but I set like 5 alarms. And
I don't wake up.
yeah, we figured that Brad wouldn't help at all. But Mark and Quentin slept up in the attic. and I had no idea where the attic was. So when I inevitably woke up at just about 7 o'clock and started freaking out because we were supposed to leave like a half hour before and had a like 7-hour drive ahead of us to Baltimore, Maryland. I had no idea where Mark and Quentin were. And so I had to like make my way through this really dark house, figure out how to get up to the attic. And I get up there and I legitimately thought that Mark and Quentin were dead. Like they were, like it didn't look like they were breathing. And I'm just like, I walk up to Quentin and I'm like, Quentin! 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 And all I hear was, today's the day I'm gonna stab someone. So we got out of there, we were super late, but yeah, that was terrifying.
No one got stabbed, so it was good.
There was a semen-covered bed.
Yeah. But nothing too bad. There have been a few times where we thought our van was completely broken and we were screwed, but we fixed it.
Really, we've been pretty lucky though.
Yeah,
Honestly,
we have
pretty
been
lucky.
Now, being so close to each other, do you ever like get on each other's nerves or annoy each other?
All the time.
All the time.
There's like not a
We
day.
live together, so it can get bad.
I think it's pretty easy to get past it. It's like bickering though, honestly, is that like we could be pissed about something and
Yeah,
the next
but
day
the
it's
next day
fine. So it's never really a huge issue. We have good communication, I feel, between
Yeah.
the members.
Have you ever played a prank on each other, like on tour?
On tour?
Not on tour, but when I came home from Florida, that was a good one.
Oh yeah, Brad and I put bubble wrap all over
Brad did it. Brad put bubble wrap all over the floor of the entire apartment.
Well, I moved it into Mark's room because we
okay.
my girlfriend and I got sick of Brad's shit and moved all of the bubble wrap because at first it was really cool. We were like, this is fun, and then like 20 minutes later we were like, yeah, fuck this. This is obnoxious. So when Mark was coming home from going to the fest in Florida, we were like, we're gonna put all of this bubble wrap in his room. And so he gets home at like 7 a.m., has been driving all night, almost got arrested in Georgia, which must have sucked. That's not a story that's
I'll
gonna
tell
be
that
told.
story.
I didn't do anything, I promise.
He just like opens the door and he just goes, oh, fuck you guys. You just hear like popping until he gets into bed and just falls asleep for the rest of the day.
That's awesome. Now, you guys released a single, Hindsight 2020, in 2014, and it was also your first music video. What was the story behind the song, and what was the filming process like for the video?
Ooh, let me talk about the filming. Okay. This is a whole thing because actually that music video was filmed by a guy from out of Pittsburgh for a documentary that he was making.
Named Kenny Lewis, and you should check him out.
Clues.
KLEWS.com, I believe.
Yeah.
With help from Randy Jenneru.
Yeah. Randy is the man. I love that money, eh?
Yeah.
Randy is dandy.
They filmed a documentary going to, I believe, they tried to hit all 50 states, but I think they just did the continental US. And they met up with bands in every single state and filmed a music video. And they sort of told the story of the bands and their story traveling and making music videos and what it was like and their personal journeys. So they contacted us right after we released our first EP, and they really liked it, and they wanted to film a music video for one of the songs, and we said, well, we have this new song that didn't quite make the deadline for the EP, and we'd really like to record that for you guys and do that as our music video. So we went back into the studio, and in 8 hours we busted out Hindsight 2020. I think it's held up pretty well over the last...
It's a really good video, I watched it.
Thank you.
Oh, this is awesome.
Yeah, and they came and they were really great, and we filmed it in the basement of the house that we now live in, but we didn't live there at the time.
We had no idea what we were going to have a music video be about. So the whole music video is essentially just, yeah, it's a music video.
Yeah, it's like a music video about making a music video. It was like, oh, here's like behind the scenes clips and stuff, and we're really excited because the next single we release is attached to a music video as well. It's going to be the first single off of our new album, and we think that we're actually self-producing this music video, and we're going to be working with a bunch of directors from around our area to create music videos for a lot of the new album. But we wanted to do the first one self-produced, and we think that it's a really cool premise, really kind of funny and goofy, but also
Cheesy.
yeah, it's cheesy, but it's also really going to be well put together, we hope, and we can't wait to see what people say about it.
Yeah. Now, so you guys are working on a new album. Now, how's that going for you guys? And do you have like a certain set release time where you plan to share it with the world?
So there's no set release time. We really hope that, like we said, we're doing a tour next month in March 2016, and we can say that we're going down to South by Southwest in Austin, Texas, which is really exciting for us. And we hope to have our first single from the album released before we play South by Southwest. And then the album will come after it within a few months, but definitely before, like, halfway through the summer. So as soon as possible, but like within reason.
Yeah.
As fast as he can produce it, and then we can actually
Market it.
yeah.
Make it happen.
We're gonna have to get people a little bit hyped for it before we just drop
So
it.
start getting
I'm
hyped.
sure
Start, please.
everyone will be super pumped
Nick-
to hear the album.
Nick has heard it, and Nick, I think, has pretty rigorous standards for music. What do you think?
Sounds pretty good.
Hey.
I
Joe's a guy that has to play bass for us for the next.
I chose because I like it so much. Thank you.
Now, back in 2014, you released These Roads Lead to Nowhere EP, and I really like the song Killing Goats. I wanted to mention that. And how did you guys evolve from that EP to the new album as a band?
Well, how did we evolve? Well, I guess that EP, when that was recorded and we wrote those songs, it was still in kind of a completely different iteration of the band. Early on, we still had an old bass player, and we were coming out of their old band, essentially, is what it was. And they had this sort of like ska rocky sound.
Mm-hmm.
It was like happy.
And then we
change.
and then we got older and got sad.
And so like that was when I started writing songs with these guys too, because I had just barely joined the band like a few months before we started recording that. Yeah, but then once we did that and we finished all those and we recorded Hindsight, and we were like, okay, now we need to just like bring this into a place that's better. We need to do new things with this and come up with something else. And I think what really happened was, I think Mark wrote one song that was just a little bit different. It was sort of in the same vein, but kind of, it was pushing the limits of it. And I was like, okay, this is a cool place we can go. And I got really drunk one night after a breakup and wrote a song.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of like all fell down from there. Like we just started getting out more and more songs. We started writing more and more. And then we came down to like, okay, now we have these songs, we need to record them. And then we had to rush through, like we didn't really have that many. We only had like maybe 6 or 7 songs. So we rush wrote like 5 songs.
And then sort of kind of like they're all good songs, we think, and the rush written songs were, in my opinion, really cool to work on in the studio because they were.
We had to learn the songs.
They were
as we
songs,
recorded.
yeah.
Now on to some fun questions.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you were an amusement park ride, which ride would you be?
I'd definitely be the Tunnel of Love.
Yikes.
You took mine.
Oh god, I don't. Oh shit. Oh. Oh no.
What you didn't know is that we've already answered these questions, and Brian just
Cut
can't remember his
No,
answer.
it was Splash Mountain. I wanted to be Splash Mountain because I really like Splash Mountain, and it's dark and it's creepy, and then you get really wet, and then everything's happy and great.
Yeah. For no particular reason, I would be the whack-a-mole machine. I think that's a good answer.
I think I like the one where it's just a circle that you stand against the wall.
The Gravitron.
And then
Yeah.
floor
Yeah.
like.
And it goes beneath you, and you're just like on the wall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Because
so
I make people sick.
Yeah, me.
You're from Vermont, and Ben and Jerry's is from Vermont. I've recently learned that 3 of them are vegan. So this might not be the best question, but what's your favorite Ben and Jerry's ice cream flavor?
Cake. Cake batter. Cake batter. It was
Chocolate.
cake batter.
Chocolate chip cookie dough for me.
Yeah, either fish food or mint chocolate chip. My two favorite.
Cinnamon roll one. That one.
Switching it up.
Great.
Now, what is your spirit animal?
I know I said cat before, but I feel like I should make up something. Like a cat with like spikes and spy goggles.
Like a steampunk cat.
Yeah, that's great actually.
Okay. Now that Brad has come up with something cool, I gotta come up with something great.
Got a one up.
My spirit animal is probably
Schnauzer.
no. I don't think I'm gonna go for an animal. I think I'm gonna throw a wrench in it. I'll just go for fennec foxes are adorable. I like to think I'm pretty cute.
Oh my god.
And they also make a lot of noise at night, and I snore a lot, so I think I'm a fennec fox. That's my
Yeah.
spirit animal.
Yeah, my spirit animal would be koala. Spirit plant is a cactus. No one's gonna understand that except for one person. That's for you.
Chris Brown.
Chris. It does start with a crisp sound.
Ah.
Yeah, to make it clear.
Mongoose.
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
Nice.
Yeah, there you go.
Finally, what can we expect from you guys in 2016 that will make the fans want to really come check you out and get them pumped up for the future of better things?
Better light show.
Better Light Show. A complete full-length album that you'll be able to find anywhere. Like we'll probably drop it from airplanes on your local city or something.
Maybe we can find fog machines.
We'll all have new phones, which is a
Maybe.
plus. Is there something you're looking forward to?
And more touring.
A lot more touring, yeah.
I don't know.
At one point, we might shave Brian's beard in his sleep, so the next show after
But-
that's gonna
but-
be really good.
Yeah, but don't tell him that's a secret. That's a secret.
Is that what the prank was?
No.
No.
Okay.
Oh wait, are we talking about the one where we decided would absolutely ruin your life?
Yeah.
Okay, no, that's not it. But we still have that on the back burner.
Yes, we do.
Oh. I'll only be here for one more tour, but I hope.
Oh, Nick's not gonna be in the band for much longer.
Thank God that's something to look forward
Yeah.
to. No more jokes. Like humor gone.
He's like a dad. He tells dad jokes 24/7.
Dad jokes. What's the daddiest joke he's told today?
Brad was trying to make a dad joke about spring rolls. He was like, they keep me bouncing back or something.
No, Mark said they put a spring in my step,
Which is
and then I was just like, well, it's great because if you drop them, they just bounce right back to your hand.
There you go. That's
Yeah.
what it deals.
he's like old enough to be a dad, but he doesn't have anyone to pass on the dad jokes to.
I just like to spread.
Fatherly joy.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for having me interview you, and I look forward to see what's in your future.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Here,
Better
Things.
and
we're tearing up the music scene.